Hey guys, my name is Max and welcome to my movie channel. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look and doing an impromptu review of the film Tumbling Doll of Flesh. This movie came out in 1998, it has a runtime of 70 minutes, and it's an extreme movie from what I've heard. I've heard a couple of things about it, not going to spoil anything here, but it sounds pretty terrifying. Again, this isn't like your typical horror movie, this is in line with those extreme movies I've been reviewing lately. So yeah, step one is to unbox the movie. Alright guys, so here's the inside of the case. I actually had to block out two things that I can't show you. But yeah, it does feature the reversible artwork, and so pretty happy about that. Alright guys, so we're about 10 minutes into the movie, and the male and the female actually did a job interview for this thing that they're going to be filming together. Now, they just got into the house, and actually, they're doing that thing where the naked parts of their body are actually pixelated. So, I mean, that was interesting. I didn't realize it would be like that, but that's cool. So we're about half an hour into the movie. So far, not much has really happened. I mean, they did a couple scenes, and in between scenes, they cooked lobster, and that's about it. But basically, this whole entire thing so far has just been one big X-ray thing so far. And I'm just wondering where and when all the murder's gonna happen. And here is where it starts. He hits the girl on the head with a baseball bat, but that looks so fake. Let me show it to you. I think that the reason why it looks so fake, but then over here is where the blood actually looks pretty good here. Let's see, hold up. I mean, that looks pretty decent. I think that one of the reasons that didn't look too good is because that probably was a real bat that they were using, and they had to cut it and clip it together in a way to make it safe for the actress. Alright, so they were taking like a potato peeler to the tongue, and it was really disgusting. Now the guy's biting her tongue like off. And this whole time, the dude that was there, who is not a part of this stuff that's happening. Oh, and they chopped off her leg and her foot. And the guy's just like, oh, I guess this is happening. And he goes along with it. And I'm like, what kind of a reaction is that? You know, like this guy clearly wasn't in on it. And then all of a sudden it starts happening. And he's like, oh, what? This is really crazy. Bizarre. They did something that was very impressive to me personally. I used to study medicine, I was a phlebotomist and also a medical assistant, and I used to do that job. And anytime you give an injection to somebody, you always have to pull back on the syringe before you push down on the plunger. The reason is, if you're giving an intravenous injection, you need to see if there's a blood return, and if there is, then you know that you're in a vein. And if you're giving an intramuscular injection, you don't want a blood return. And they were giving an injection, and for the first time in any movie I've ever seen, they actually pulled back on the plunger and pushed it in. Props to this movie, that was actually medically accurate. Now I kind of have to deduct points for medical accuracy. They were working on an artery and they said, this is it, this is the last artery, and then they cut it and nothing happened. This girl is still alive. If her heart is pumping, there will be blood shooting out of the artery once it is pierced, severed, cut, whatever. It would only not really, even if you're dead, a little bit's gonna drizzle out, drop out, not shoot out. It's gonna like pour out. But since she's alive, there should have been a squirting. Alright guys, so we just finished watching Tumbling Doll of Flesh, and I gotta say that this movie is pretty sick. I saw some things in this movie that I've never seen in any other movie before. I'm not gonna say exactly what it was, but it has something to do with the stomach. Now, this film was released in 1998, so the special effects are not really that great. But there are some pretty good special effects, especially when they were dealing with the tongue. It was really disgusting, and it was well done. Then, of course, you have the baseball bat scene, like how I showed you earlier. That wasn't that great. The gore effect was okay, but the way it was done, it could have been done a little bit better. Now, that being said, there was also some things about this film that I did not like. I did not like how long it took to get into the blood and guts type situation. More than half of this movie is an X-rated movie, which I did not know. I really didn't know. I knew that it was based in, that was part of the plot, but I didn't realize how much of the plot it would be. I thought it would be more like, for example, a Serbian film where that is part of the plot, but it's not the entire plot. But yeah, this is pretty heavy on that. Um, let's see. The acting is okay, except there's some things that I just can't get on board with, like the guy when they start chopping up this poor girl. He's just like, yeah, okay, let's do it. What? That doesn't even make sense. That's not even a normal human reaction. I would have been like, oh, this is some crazy stuff. I would have gotten the hell out of there. He didn't even try. Yeah, so there was definitely has some flaws. It has some good things. Overall, what do I give it? Honestly, guys, in spite of all of the bad things I didn't like and how kind of boring it could be a little bit at times, it was still a pretty great movie. So I'm gonna have to give it a 6.5 out of 10. Definitely gotta check this one out. I saw some things in here that I've never seen in a different movie before. Pretty creepy stuff. Special effects are not great. The acting is a little bit but to be honest with you, for a 20-year-old film, it's pretty great. Thanks for watching my impromptu review of Tumbling Doll of Flesh. And if you had fun with me today and you want to keep hanging out with me, do me a favor and like this video. Also, don't forget to comment and subscribe. You can subscribe by clicking a red subscribe button below or by clicking on the cigarette burn insignia in the lower right hand corner of this video. Also, click the notification bell to receive notifications anytime I release a video on this channel. And if you do all of those things, that's good karma for you, my friend. My name is Max. Thank you for watching this impromptu review, and I'll see you next time.